Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm Carla with Carla's Craft and Charm. I'm coming to you today with a mixed haul from a variety of stores. I'm going to start off with my Ollies things. I went to Ollies a few times this week at a couple different stores. The Beaufort store I went to twice this week. Last weekend I went to the Oakwood store. Yesterday I went to the Snellville store. And I picked up just a thing here or there, so I'm going to share those with you now. I want to share the paper first. I did not pick these up last weekend when I went to my Beaufort Ollies. However, I did pick them up today when I went back. And they still had all but one pack of these. These are the packages of 25 sheets of paper in one clear package. I did take them out so I wouldn't have to make a whole bunch of racket. But there's 25 sheets. I got these for $1 each. And they still had this one. I didn't pick these up last week because I thought, I don't really know. I'm not really feeling it. But I hear everybody talk about Heidi Swap, so I thought I'll give it a shot. This is the Heidi Swap set sail. Circles on one side. And this design, I guess I could go like this, stripe on the other side. It's a nice thick weight of paper. It's by American Crafts, and I got 25 of these for $1. I also picked up this is the pack. Oh no, they still had some of these. This is Celis Gonzalo Rainbow Avenue Pink Dreams by American Crafts. I probably destroyed that name and I apologize. It's got these real pretty bows on the front. Again, did not pick this up last weekend because I just don't know how much of this I'll use. But for $1, I thought I could share some, maybe send some out in swaps. This is a double-sided paper again. And I do like the opposite side, which I don't think I looked at last weekend when I was there. I love this tie-dye variegated effect on here. Again, a nice thickness of paper, and they were 25 for $1. They still have these as well at the Beaufort Ollies. Actually, Sugar Hill. I apologize. I always do that, but it's technically Sugar Hill. I got the last pack of this paper. It was open, but one of the pages looks a little bit damaged, but it's not too bad. 25, $1. This is that Celeste Gonzalo again, Rainbow Avenue, called Flower Bouquet by American Crafts. 25 of these. I should say these are all 12 by 12 papers. I didn't do that. The others are the same, 12 by 12. The opposite side of this are these little rainbows on a pink background. Don't love that, but I do really like this side. And like I said, I think I got the last one unless I just didn't see where they had them in the stores, but I pretty much went through everything. I like these teacups with the flowers in them. Same weight, thickness of paper, 25 for $1. They've had these for a couple weeks and I haven't picked them up. I decided I'd pick them up today. I don't really know how much of this I'll use, but it might come in handy around Valentine's Day or if I do another wedding or engagement journal. I didn't want to take it out of the sleeve. I did cut it open. This is some paper from Michaels, and there's 15 sheets, 12 by 12 glitter paper, pink. And I just want y'all to see the thickness on this, because this is some thick paper. I will store it in this bag. I did test it to see if the glitter was going to stay on, and I didn't have any shedding of that glitter, so I like that. But I just want you to look and see how thick 15 pieces of this paper is. So I don't know the weight on this, but it's really thick. So I think you'd have to use this for embellishments or covers. So I went ahead and picked that up. It was only $1. They did have plenty of these in the store. I got this at some point this week when I was in there. Again, Sugar Hill store. When I was in there today, I did not see any more of these. So I apologize for not showing you these sooner. I have seen other people haul this, but I have not found this in my search. Park Lane Timeless Texture, 180 sheets, printed cardstock, 12 by 12. This is that thinner paper that we've been seeing from them. And there's, looks like 3 designs. So there would be 60 different, 3 sheets, I apologize. 3 sheets. I'm going to do a quick flip through. I've seen this on other people's channels, so y'all probably have too. But I like a lot of these designs that are in here. And I like this weighted paper for junk journaling. I do really like double-sided paper. Probably is my favorite. I know a lot of people aren't fans. But I'm going to try coffee dye or tea dye on some of this and see how it comes out. I've never done that with this weighted paper. I think it would come out pretty good, and then I would like it better in my junk journals. So a nice variety of pages in here, different colorways. That's pretty. I like that it kind of has a variety of colors and doesn't stick with one color. So this was $1.99. Park Lane Timeless Texture. So that's all the paper that I picked up. I also picked up at my Beaufort Sugar Hill Ollies, and they still have these, the metallic markers. There's a gold, a silver, and a rose gold. These were $1. Try those out. And I'm currently working on my Christmas journals. I'm almost done. I expect to get them in my shop this weekend, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm working on the tassels and the closures this weekend, so hopefully I can finish those up. I picked up some of these die cuts. They have plenty of these in the store. Studio Calico printed chipboard shapes, 41 of them by American Crafts. And these are the designs. I love the little peppermints. The stockings are super cute. Let's open this up and take a look at what we get. Nice thickness. This is really cute. It has like a pattern type design on it. Some label designs. The peppermints are what drew my eye. These candy canes are cute. I like that they included pink. I'm into pink Christmas for some reason. Got some starbursts, star shapes. Some label designs. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty good deal for $1. I got 2 of those. That's all I got from my Sugar Hill Ollies and a couple of different trips this week. I think I went there twice. Last weekend I went to my Oakwood Ollies and they had several of these. I need a new craft knife. I have a Dollar Tree craft knife and it doesn't do great, so I thought this would probably do better, hopefully. I've never seen this before. Cricut True Control Kit. It's a combo pack craft knife with 5 additional blades, and I paid $4.99 for this. I went yesterday to the Snellville Ollies, and they had tons of these Project Life kits. I opened it up because I couldn't wait to see what it had in here. I really like these cards a lot. They're very cool, and it has these wooden shapes with it as well. It says it contains 30 4x6 cards, 60 3x4 cards. Oh, let me back up. 30 title cards, 30 journaling cards, both of those 4x6s, 60 journaling cards in a 7.62 by 10.16 size, and 17 wood shapes. Oop, closed one up in there, didn't I? So this was a really good deal for $1, I thought. I'm just going to flip through here and show you. I haven't seen anyone else haul this in my area. These are the typical weight of Project Life cards, but they're really cute. They have almost like a love, life, live type vibe to them. I guess I could tell you this kit, let's see if it has a name on here. Becky Higgins. I don't see. Ready, Set, Go is the name of the set. So there's some really cute designs in here, y'all. I think these would be helpful, useful in a variety of journals. Everyday moments, some blank ones, just be. I like the texture element they included on these. And I like the color palette that they used. And then we've got the bigger cards. Same kind of vibe as the smaller ones, which is, I think, to be expected. That's so cute. This is really pretty. I love this. Just really feeling that color palette that they use a lot. Special memories on that one. This is cute. Looks like you get 3 of each design. Right on time, right now, on the go. Some pencils. This almost looks like a recipe card, but then we've got this number element up here. Cute. Home Sweet Home. Just some plain design there. Oh, I must have missed the back of the Home Sweet Home. Details. Numbered there. Smile. Write it down. Details on the back. Everyday love. Every day written on the back with this cute little calico design around the edges. And love with just a date globe card on the back. So I thought those were great. And then you get these little wooden elements, which I did not open up. Hello, ampersand, big adventure, nice thickness. I'd go everywhere with you, little joys, everyday love, a heart, ready, set, go, home sweet home, that's adorable. Meet me in the sunshine, just a tag. Today, another tag. A house. Oh, that would be so cute for someone that just got married. I'd do something for my son and my new daughter-in-law, and a camera. And then in here, an ampersand. So 2 of those. One that's hollowed out, one that's solid. So yeah, for $1, I think that's a really good deal. So if you're in the Georgia area and you go over to your Snellville Ollies, you should have no problem picking this up. It was in the craft section on an end cap. They had boxes and boxes of them. I swung by Michael's. I don't really have good success at Michael's, but I was looking for some embellishments and beads for my Christmas journals. And I picked these 2 things up. I paid $2.99 each for these. And this is some ephemera by Recollections. I don't like ephemera that has a lot of white around the edges. The die cuts have a lot of white around the edges, and that's how a lot of ephemera is coming nowadays. So I thought these were cool because they're a acetate. A lot of them are an acetate design. So I don't know if you can tell that's on. Let me get a colored piece of paper here. One of these cards, maybe. Well, I'm certainly striking out, y'all. Here we go. I'll mention I picked these up at Walmart because I was working on some tags. Y'all don't forget your paint samples, because Walmart has some really good, nice sized paint samples that you can pick up. So if you can see, these are not stickers. You would have to glue them. So I'm sure you see the acetate surround on that. But I thought those were adorable. So we have a Santa We have, let me just flip through the acetate ones with you. We have a, let me get my paint swatch back out. We have a red bow. Oh, that's my paper one. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me split these. We have a Merry Christmas. Oh, what fun. Some mistletoe with a red bow. Maybe you can see it's better on my board here. Some gloved hands. Another pink bow. The little deer is adorable, y'all. So cute. And I know there's more acetate in here. Let's see if I can find them. No, maybe not. So those are the acetate pieces that you get. And then you get these almost like a very thin vellum color. Get this cute little dog. I love that they're not shiny. The kitty cat. Another kitty cat. Cat and a dog. This is on regular paper. It's not the vellum. Again, regular paper. Label. Label. Suckers. These are regular paper. Holly Jolly. The most wonderful time of the year. Label. Merry Christmas. Fa la 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 la. A little kitty. A bow. Another bow. A stocking. A couple peppermints. I think this is cute, and this would actually be really easy to make on your own with a circle punch. Thought that was adorable. A label. Another label with a bow. Some mistletoe. Same thing as the acetate ones, I guess, just on paper. Dog with a tree. Big label tag. Here's the Santa. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Here's the gloves. Bambi. Merry and Bright. A bow. A couple ornaments. A tree. And a ribbon. So I thought that was a pretty good deal for $2.99. I will definitely get use out of those. And then I got these washi tapes. I also paid $2.99 for these. So we've got the peppermints with the stripes. And it says Candy Cane Wishes. So that was really cute. Some bows here, which I could use for more than just Christmas. And then a Christmas plaid. So $2.99 for that. That was all I got at my Michael's. I ran into Dollar Tree because I'm making gingerbread wreaths for my doors at work. Can't remember if I told y'all that or not. I think I did. Did I already tell y'all I got these? Anyway, I got 2 of these gingerbread people thinking I might change their outfits. I got these last weekend. I've decided not to use these. I will probably return them because I bought the cutest little gingerbread, y'all, at Hobby Lobby. So I got this little girl gingerbread and little boy gingerbread on a trip to Hobby Lobby this week. Or I think this was last weekend. Christmas was half off. I'm not sure if it still is. They're so adorable. They got little beanbag bodies or bottoms. And I thought I could sit them on the wreath. They're a pretty good size. Let me give you a measurement. Not including the dangly feet. They're about 10 inches by 7. Let's see if she's the same. She's about 9 by 7. So they're just super cute. These were 50% off, so $15.99 is what I paid for the pair. So these will go on my Christmas wreath that I'll be sure to show y'all. That was Hobby Lobby. I also got at Hobby Lobby just some patches that I needed for something I'm doing for my son. So that was my Hobby Lobby trip. I tell y'all I was all over the place this week. I went to Walmart to get some things to go on the gingerbread wreath. And I picked up 2 of these. These are little sprinkly gumball, styrofoam ball things. I paid, I want to say these were $3.94. It seems like nothing has a price tag anymore at Walmart, and I don't have my receipt handy. But I can pull these off and stick them in the wreath. So I got 2 of these, and then I think these little gumdrops were $1.94 if I'm not mistaken. And I got 3 of these. Again, same concept, that I'll be able to stick these down in my gingerbread wreaths. And then I just thought this little ornament was too cute. I think it was a couple of bucks. So I picked him up too. Just one. I like it. I'll probably put it on my tree in my craft room. So that was my Walmart trip. Today I went to Dollar General, which I don't go to a lot, but man, they had some good deals in there. I picked these up for my gingerbread wreaths. Paid $1 for these. They're very light. They're made of styrofoam. Super cute. $1 for those. Got 2 of those. I thought that these money holders with the soldier on there were just too cute. Let's open these up. I didn't open them up in the store. I always say soldier. Nutcracker. Correct myself. I used some of these in my Christmas journals, just the front. Made them into a tag. And then used this here to make a tuck spot. So cut this off, re-glued it over here to make a tuck spot, and made this into a tag on some ones that I got at Dollar Tree last year. So cute little nutcracker. Those were $1. I got 2 packs of these stickers, which I thought were adorable. Again, I love the nutcrackers on here. And there's some really cute elements. They had a variety of stickers there for $1, but these were my favorite ones. So I picked up 2 of these. They have these adorable little Christmas playing cards there. They had 5 designs. I only got 3. They're $1. And I loved them because they're shaped. I've never seen anything like this. Super duper cute for junk journaling. So we've got the Santa Claus with some presents down there. I don't love that we've got this writing on here, but that could be covered up with some type of embellishment for sure. And then we've got these treats. Like, they're pink. Super cute. Backs, nothing to write home about, but the fronts are so adorable. And then I got the snowman. They also had a stocking and an elf maybe was the other one. So I thought he was so cute with his cocoa. So those were good find. I also got, while I was there, 4 packs of this cording, because I thought I could use this on my tassels for my junk journals. This was $1, and I want to see if it's stretchy. I didn't want it to be stretchy. Yeah, I can make it work, but let's see if it's stretchy or not. It is stretchy. This can also be used to wrap gifts. So I got green, red, silver, and gold. And those were $1 each, and they're 9 feet. And that was it from my Dollar General. I got some candy, but I don't need to show y'all that because you don't need to see my candy obsession. Today I ran into the thrift store, St. Vincent de Paul, looking for some beads. I didn't find really much there, but I did pick up this washi tape. It was $1, and it's a really cool design. I'm going to be making some travel journals. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I really do want to make that happen. And I think this will be perfect with those. This is by MT. MT, I don't know what brand that is. But I liked it for $1. Pretty thick roll. And I like the thickness of the tape. And then I got this book. It was marked $1, but I got some amount off because I paid $1.86 for both of these things. And I just thought this book would be cool when I get around to my cooking journals. and other journals. Because of the back of these, there's only a few pages. They have these drawings. I think this is the pattern section, but this cursive writing in here. So I really liked that a lot. Thought it would be good pages, and I like the width of the pages too. There's a couple recipes, like this would be cute in a cooking journal. The fruits, super adorable. With that, I can coffee dye these and just give them a little bit of aging. Maybe burn the edges. That would be cute. And then the front is just, other than the middle, they've got some drawing directions. I think this is a drawing book. There's a few color pages, otherwise it's just some directions on how to draw. This is called For Whom the Brush Tolls, Volume 1, a book of complete instructions and patterns for folk and decorative painting by Priscilla Hauser. And this book is from 1973. So I picked that up. The only other thing I got is I finally had to break down and get some beads from Amazon because I couldn't find any beads that I wanted for my Christmas journals. So I bought this pack. I paid $11.99. It came today. So these are the beads I'm going to be using on my Christmas journals. I have a few others, but needed some bulk. So I thought this was a pretty good little mix. Love the bells. It's got some charms down in here. Otherwise, just some regular colored beads. These are pretty with a little diamond design. These are cute, but they're small. I love the brightness of these, the iridescent color of these. These are cute. It's got these really tiny little discs, which I think is common on these types of kits. And then we've got some stars over here. And these look like they might have like a Christmas tree type design. Or a star. I can't really tell. But anyway, I thought that was a pretty good deal for $11.99. So that's what I'll be using for my beading. So that was it. This was quite a mixed haul I had to show y'all today. But I want to get all this stuff put away. So I wanted to make sure I could let you see what I got. Good luck. I hope you find everything that you're looking for. And thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.